What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to an all-new Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 with our Soviet Union World Conquest. We have taken over China, we are taking over most of India. Sadly, a lot of soldiers have died, but we have taken over France, taken over and reconquered all of Germany. And so now the idea is we are a massive war machine, and I don't think there's really anything that the United Kingdom and the Allies are going to be able to do to stop our advancement. Now, very soon I'm going to have a bunch of coastal divisions. They need 20% of actual experience to train them. But what I want to do is once I summon all 40 of these, the British Raj has capitulated. Once I summon all of those troops, all they're really going to do, let's actually build more strategic bombers just to be safe. And then we'll go ahead and build more modern tanks. All we're really, what was I going to say? Once we deploy all of those units, I think we're just going to, play on the defensive, at least for now. I definitely would like a very big radar station inside Malacca, but we never actually took the province of Singapore. That's very odd. We've done everything but take the city. Alright, so I'm looking around. I obviously want a level 5 radar station there. Now that we've taken France, we are going to start trying to work on our air superiority. And it says we have it, but I don't know if I necessarily believe it. Let's throw on roughly 200 fighters. I don't even know if we have this many, which is why I'm a little worried. Into the Bay of Biscayne. Let's actually verify. It says I now lack 173 fighters, and I'm willing to bet that most of these are getting shot down. But eventually, as we get more and more military factories, things should obviously go in our favor. I would love to take the province of Kiel. Don't know if I'm going to ever be able to. But yeah, Denmark is pretty much ours. We are pushing everywhere else. There is literally nothing the Allies are going to be able to do. Still got some cavalry units that are protecting southern Italy. I see a naval invasion. And all these guys are going to... I see they're already running out of ammo. Once this orange bar goes down, they're going to be taking attrition. And they're just literally going to die. So I might as well take over one of these coastal defensive troops. Every day that passes, more and more attrition happens as they run out of food, they run out of ammunition. It looks like the enemy is pushing, and I don't like that. So let's get some troops. Everybody seems to be being used right now. Can all of these units are definitely and aggressively execute. These guys are as well. I need some troops. I don't know where I'm going to get them. Probably right here. I'm going to take all of these guys. Hopefully they are yellow. I don't know why this one... I don't know what I'm looking at. Alright, so now my next goal is to have you guys push into Cherbourg, giving you a field marshal who's pretty garbage, but I'm expecting great things. Alright, we have finally taken Kiel. All 12 of these units can now start their push into Wilmshaven. And where are you? These 12 can push. And it looks like we can now do our naval invasion of Crete. Is it going to be successful? I have absolutely no idea, but it would definitely be really nice if I could take the island. Alright, dockyards are being pumped out. Once I get the better strategic bomber, I'm going to be very happy, because I'm going from a 1936 variant to a 1940. We have the advanced landing craft being worked on, and it says that we are making gains. Well, I don't know if we really are. How many tanks are we lacking? We've definitely got some modern tanks pushing into the area. Luxembourg has capitulated. If I could somehow just create a front line, things would definitely go in my favor. Alright, I'm looking out. We have another research slot available. Better air doctrines would probably be the most viable option. Better decryption would be nice. But I could actually start pumping out jets, but we are a little bit ahead of time. Ooh, let's start with the base strike doctrine. I can't believe we never got this. All of our carriers are now going to have more organization, so we might as well start doing some investments in our naval doctrines. Yeah, we were working on battleships, and don't get me wrong, battleships aren't bad. They'll improve our carriers over time. It's just not what we need. Oh, we never actually pumped out all of those 40 troops. In fact, we waited a little bit too long. So let's pump out these 40 troops. No location once again. All 40 will join these 168 field marshals. And now that we own most of India, this will need to be protected. We're going to need to put on some actual... I don't know if we need to go this far. We're going to eventually need to put on some cavalry units. And like I said, all we're doing is protecting the coastline. In fact, we need a lot more troops. You're going to go here. You're going to go there. You're going to go here. Here, 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 and here. So all we need to do is protect the coastline. It says we need 264. We definitely don't have enough. But I'm willing to bet that these units are going to remaneuver eventually. All 11 of you can go ahead and activate the push. Is it going to work? I have no idea. It looks like it's not. Are we taking Wilmshaven? As long as we keep attacking. And we're going to actually do aggressively push. So as long as we keep attacking, I think it'll eventually swing over in our favor. Everybody else seems to be doing well. Let's take the city. You are going to go here. We've now taken most of the Danish Isles. And once I finally get my strategic bombers, which I don't even see, I have 182. I would obviously like significantly better strategic bombers. And I'm going to try to, you know, bomb the heck out of the United Kingdom. I don't expect most of them to be shot down, but if they do... they will obviously be reproduced. And the ones that don't get shot down, we're going to be moving them to Bermuda. And it says that we're making roughly about 18 a day. I need about 2,000 to really start bombing the crap out of the U.S. Alright, free military factories. Once again, I'm guessing more modern tanks. Because you can never really go wrong with those. We're losing a lot of steel. We have a lot of steel. I don't know what to do anymore. Free dockyards. I guess we... Ooh, we never actually got... So once these... Did we ever... Once these carriers are done, I'm only going to produce one of them. And we might as well actually make a better variant. Whoops, if I could somehow figure out what I'm doing. Let's find the Carrier 4 that we can now produce and move its deck space all the way up. All we lost is armor, and I'm fine with that. Can I add anything else? Probably not. We're going to decommission the old carrier, and now we just have a better carrier with more deck space. I would like to go ahead and add more engines. Everything looks better except the reliability, but sadly we do not have the naval experience. So let's go ahead and switch that over the 72A, but in fact, scrolling on down, this guy needs to go here, if I can ever find it. And what we're going to do is put on more naval bombers. I would probably like to have 70 and 46. So we're going to go ahead and press OK and just start pumping out whatever we can. You are going to be in Ostlandet. We're going to have another one in Crimea. We definitely have quite a bit. I'm wondering if we even need this many. And we're going to have probably 2. Well, I don't know if we need 2. We're probably going to have 1 in Vladivostok as well, you know, in the Pacific. Just try to protect our assets in the best way we can. Okay, what else can I do? We are obviously taking back France. We have a lot more production, so all we really need to do is... Well, I'm wondering if I should even start building more military factories. I could get more tanks. And I probably am going to need to build some more dockyards in time. And all of these military factories could probably get me not only more tanks, but more fighters, and of course more strategic bombers. Which I need to research, because it is taking it's definitely taking its time. Okay, and yes, it looks like we're going to do some repairing, but because I have so many civilian factories, it's really not as bad as it sounds. I see we have resistance to occupation. Can we go ahead and deploy these cavalry units? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and deploy what we can. All 24 of you will join this group, and you eventually will all move down into India. Now, I don't see any actual forces. I don't know why we have 66 troops here. That makes me nervous. Did they never get redeployed? Did we ever take the city? Not really. All 76 units are now going to try to take Singapore. So all 100 troops, it looks like not a single division got destroyed. And I'm happy with that. You're all going to move into Singapore. And then hopefully, we're going to hope for the best here. So all of you are going to move on down. I'm curious if there's anything that we should build. Our radar station inside Malacca would be amazing. Do we want a better radar station inside here? Probably. Let's actually build the best one we can. Push that to the very top. And let the games tick on by once again. I'm eventually going to need a bigger navy to protect our southern assets as well. And, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think I can outproduce the United States. It's just going to be a bit of an issue, and I don't want to do that. Alright, everybody is pushing to the best of our ability. We have Pax Americana. Most of these guys are actually retreating back to Copenhagen, which is kind of cool. These mountaineers can take the islands, or at least try to. And all we need to do now is take the city of Copenhagen. And we aren't really going... We're going to need more troops. And I don't know the best way to go about it. Alright, we still have all of our tanks, though most of them got destroyed, which I am a little concerned about. Can we look at our heavies, rename these into modern? And the only difference is I want to remove these heavies, put on moderns. In fact, I'm going to leave one unit of heavies, because I feel like we're going to have extra. Was I right? I don't know. It says we have negative 500, and I'm fine with that. Now that we are actually working on the better tactical bomber, the better strategic bomber, I suggest we start working on the better naval bomber. And from there, you know, we're definitely going to have a lot more, you know, strategic deployments all around. Definitely do a lot better. Amsterdam has fallen. Antwerp has fallen. Belgium has capitulated. We have gained a bunch of resources. Do we actually have fighters now? That's my question. 581. Can I throw in 200 extra? Probably. And I'm going to throw in 100 extra to the English Channel. And it says that all of these close air support units probably need to be moved. And I'm fine with that. So these 700 can now move down to... We need 600. Down to this region, and then all you need to do is protect Iberia. I'm guessing they're going to get shot down. I don't know if we really need this many here, so let's drop down 100. I would like to actually put on another 100 into the Tyrrhenian Sea. And air superiority. I'm looking around. What are these? We have fighters going into northern Transylvania. We could probably just remove those all together. I would like to put on roughly 50 fighters inside Germany, and I don't think that's necessary. All of these close air support units can be removed. And let's go ahead and move them down and then switch you over. I don't know if they need to be removed. And I don't see anything excess. These don't need to be here. Move those down. And what are these? 300. Let's move down to 100, because I'm not really expecting much of a fight. And probably another 300 planes over Cairo. And eventually we're going to just take a look at what we have. I would obviously like to throw over some planes in the Iberian region, if I could find them. I see we have the Fighter 3. Let's put on 200. Is it going to make a difference? I have no idea. But look at the range on these guys. Phenomenal. Alright, I see the Allied forces are pushing against me. Oh, so we took this area, but we never actually did anything with it. So now we gotta take Crete. And now that we've landed, it should go obviously in our favor. Advanced radar stations have finally been unlocked. Let's go ahead and upgrade Cairo, upgrade pretty much everywhere we can. And I don't know if we necessarily need to put that at the top of the list, but I am happy that we now have the best radar in the game. And we might even need to build one somewhere else to secure all of the radar stations inside Siberia. Okay, did I upgrade everything? Somehow we have the Soviet Union territory in Africa. Don't know why. Obviously because somebody capitulated. I'm guessing it was France. Oh, it was Belgium or the Netherlands. So do we have this? No. Okay, better decryption would be useful. I probably should get heavy fighters. Don't think I'm going to worry about it yet. We're working on our naval doctrines. We don't really need any better artillery. In fact, I could probably stop producing it altogether. It's not 1945. Let's go ahead and start working on air doctrines and start moving down to better interception mission efficiency. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering. I get that we have Operation Integrity, but I think what we're going to want to do is actually switch one more time and go to Strategic Destruction. I get that I started there in the beginning of the game, but now that my, focus has completely changed from a defensive doctrine to an offensive doctrine, I obviously want to take advantage of it. So here comes our, I believe this is our strategic bomber. Yes, it is. Not only does it have more speed, pretty much everything about it is better. So now we're going to start researching the final variant. And actually, let's take a quick glance. All of these strategic bombers can now be improved. I'm going to try to save all of my air experience for the next variant. And we have 300, not a lot, but I'm thinking we could finally do some damage. And in fact, looking at production, once I have in fact, I have 3 military factories now. I've got 1 free military factory. We're running out of oil. Was not really ever expecting that. So eventually, that means as we get more strategic factories, we're going to have to build up more oil reserves, and I'm fine with that. Some synthetic oil refineries not only give us oil, but they also give us rubber. We are definitely going to be building a lot more. And we might as well pump up most of those to the top. And I get my radar stations will come in time, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so what? Oh, I'm out of manpower. Was not really expecting that. Now we're going from volunteer only to limited conscription. I thought we would have a lot more manpower than that. So ultimately, we now have about 1.8 million manpower. Did we ever take Copenhagen? Not really. You guys are all going to push at once. And then eventually... Wow. I wonder why this isn't working. Let's actually take all 38 of these troops and put them somewhere else. And it, like, I don't know why the enemy is pushing us back. I mean, I guess they're entrenched. I'm guessing we can only send in so many troops at once. Is it an infrastructure thing? Not that I know of. Alright, well, Spain is about to be mine, so that means we're probably going to want a very powerful radar station. In fact, let's actually push these to the very top. Put one in Gibraltar. Both of those are probably of the utmost importance. And in fact, let's just move all of our radar stations to the top. I get that that will delay our synthetic refineries, but these are certainly a heck of a lot cheaper to build, and will probably be done much sooner. So now, can we deploy any of those extra coastal defensive troops? Yes, we can. Let's go ahead and put all 40 in. So now we have 247, and we need 276. So at least these units are going to go ahead and protect some coastline. We have now unlocked a better tactical bomber. Don't know if I really need it, to be honest. But who knows? Might as well upgrade it. Wherever it is. Yep, we only have 5 factories on it, so I don't know. Now it has more range. It's pretty much obviously a lot better. Let's also go ahead, put all of these units here, and now we are going to try our best to take out whatever we can. We have 105,000 infantry equipment. We're about to take all of Spain. And if we could somehow get another carrier being pumped out, I think what I'm going to do is, you know, have a Gibraltar be another massive naval base. And I get my production queue is incredibly long. Actually, my construction queue is incredibly long. I see that we missed a small area. I'm taking 50 units out of our 103. Don't know if it's going to be much of an issue. We are sinking a bunch of convoys. We never actually took the city. I'm not sure if it's because we stopped moving. In fact, I think that's exactly what happened. But if I could somehow take the city, I would be able to obviously get our organization back, and then everything would go according to plan. Alright, there we go. Organization should begin filling on up, and we now own the island of Crete. Okay, there goes our organization. I'm very happy about that. How many modern tanks are we lacking? 2.7 thousand. So only about 87 days left. British Malaysia has capitulated, so we now own Singapore. All 100 troops. Probably could go ahead. I don't know if this is an absolute terrible mistake, but what we're going to do is switch them on over to a coastal division. And yes, they're incredibly weak. We're probably going to get back a bunch of manpower. But from here on out, I don't know if we really need to focus too much on infantry rather than equipment, so we probably could even switch over our doctrines. Is this radar station being improved? Not really. Alright, and another thing we're going to want is more modern tanks. And I think what I'm going to do is we're going to get back a bunch of manpower, which is probably not good at all. You know what I could do is I could just switch over all of our mountaineers. I definitely don't need this many. I'm about to select 42, and all 42 of you will become a coastal defense. And now you're going to group into our green army. And so primarily, yes, you're going to protect our assets pretty much everywhere we can. Did we ever move into Spain? Not really. In fact, I would like to garrison up all of Spain. And I'm probably going to do the same thing with our mountaineers. I'm probably also going to declare war on Switzerland as well. I don't know if I'm going to do it just yet, but it will happen eventually. Do we have any extra cavalry units? Yes, we do. And from now on, I don't even know if I really need more cavalry units. Where's most of our resistance happening? Okay, I could fix that. Let's put in all 24 here. And now looking at our garrison area, we are now going to garrison up with actual military police all of these factories. So then we're going to gain control of pretty much everything. Luxembourg, Belgium, if I can ever click all of this. And then eventually making our way down to Gibraltar. Now once I own all of these factories, I deal with all the suppression. We're definitely going to be making a lot more, you know, tanks. We're going to be making a lot more planes and naval vessels. Well, we still never took Copenhagen, which makes me incredibly sad. And we're doing very horribly. So let's take all of these units. I'm going to push all of you up. Yeah, we're not doing well here. They took our port, so now we don't really have supply, or at least as much supply. And let's actually aggressively execute these plans. If I could somehow find my tanks, which are probably right here. Yep. what I'm going to do is send my tanks up and then try to conquer what we can. And I guess just like that, I am going to end this episode. So thank you all for joining me. Hope you all have an awesome day. I will see you in our next adventure.